what I would do if I were a new real estate agent, or if I had to start all over. There's actually 8 things that I would do, and I want to walk through those with you today to help you in growing your real estate business. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single week to help you in growing your real estate business. Today, we're going to talk about 8 things that I would do to make a massive difference in the outcome of my business, so hopefully you can do exactly the same. Now, I want to talk to you about the first thing. Number 1, improve your offer. You don't want to be a commodity real estate agent. If all you have is a real estate license and you say things like, I care about your business, I'm a good negotiator, I know the area well, you're a commodity real estate agent. Why should they utilize you in lieu of all other options? If you don't have a good offer, if you don't have some sort of access to homes they can't find otherwise, access to lending they can't find otherwise, some sort of unique proposition, if you don't have that, you're truly a commodity real estate agent, and they could use anybody. They could have a friend or family member and utilize them. So the first thing that I would do is improve your offer so you have something very, very strong. You know, inside our Inner Circle coaching, we talk a lot about how you can get access to unlisted and pre-market homes, get them priority access to those properties, and it makes such a big difference. And that rolls into number 2. The number 2 thing that I would do if I had to start all over as a real estate agent is I would definitely make sure I put myself in a category of 1. Again, back to that first thing we talked about, how do you differentiate yourself from what others are doing out there? And if you've got a great marketing plan, they can't replace you at any price. So go to the seller side, the listing side. If you're in a listing presentation, you show them what you do for target marketing. You show them how you use mailing list brokers. You show them how you can expose that property to the most opportune buyers based on certain amenities or features in that home that are going to be appealing to people. You've put yourself in a category of 1. They can't replace you at 5%. They can't replace you at 10%. They can't replace you with their brother who's a realtor because they don't do this. You've put yourself into a category of 1. Now, the third thing that I would do is choose a path. You know, one big mistake I see for real estate agents all the time is they feel overwhelmed. They've got way too many things on their plate. They've got too many things they're trying to learn, too many things they're trying to implement, and they end up doing nothing. You have to choose a path and make sure nothing else is distracting you from that path. One of the biggest problems we have is our email. Because the more you look at all of the things that are available, everybody wants to sell you something, everybody's got the next best thing, and frankly, a lot of those things are probably pretty damn good. The problem is, you're not implementing what you've got. Why would you want more? The more things that you look at, the more insecure you're going to feel that you're not doing everything you're supposed to do. Maybe I need that. Well, heck, that sounds good. I didn't even know what that was. Now all of a sudden I think I need it in my business. You have to choose a path and stop letting all of these things derail you from where you're trying to go. If you get that part of it right, you can create a system where everything follows that approach. A lot of the agents that I coach in our Inner Circle, they'll unsubscribe from all the other things that are out there because it's going to distract you. You'll think, I need that CRM. I need the ability to send videos in a text message. I need the ability to have glow-in-the-dark signs. I need all of these different things that aren't really needed. It's taking your brain waves away. So the big problem for a lot of real estate agents, they don't have a system, so they spend all of their time researching how to build their business in the first. Should I add this? Should I not have that? Maybe I don't want to pay for this anymore. They're really trying to build a business. You need to pick a program, pick a system, and stick with it. Turn on the blinders, get rid of all those other things. You have to unsubscribe from a lot of stuff that's out there. That leads us to number 4. Invest in marketing. If nobody knows who you are, it doesn't matter how good you are, no one's going to use you. If you're a great real estate agent and you're highly ethical and you're a really good negotiator and you know the area well, but nobody knows who you are or why you are unique from everybody else out there, they're not going to use you. They have cheap options or they don't do anything at all. You have to invest in marketing to show people that you are good. If you do not do that, they're not going to use you. So keep in mind, you're not getting beat by competition. You aren't even competing. If 5,000 realtors turned in their license today, that's not going to be any more business for you. Nobody knows that you exist. What you're fighting is obscurity. So the number 4 problem that we see is not investing in marketing. If you have a good offer, you should be able to promote that and you'll get results. If your offer sucks, doesn't matter how much you spend in marketing, you've probably wasted money already. It's not getting you where you need to be. Now, number 5 is you want to try to build an audience, not get closings. Let me give you that again. Build an audience. Don't just try to get closings. Don't do lead generation thinking, let me call all these people and see if somebody's ready to close. Oh, those leads were no good. Let me try all these leads and see if they're ready to close. Oh, those leads were no good. You need to build an audience. You need a lot of people watching what you do. You need a lot of people consuming your information. You need a lot of people that are watching all of this educational-based info you're providing to help them with their real estate needs. And whenever they're ready, they're going to go with you. So you take your sphere of influence. Of course, you've got monthly or weekly information you're putting in front of your sphere of influence. All of the new people that learn about you need to go into that sphere. You're growing your audience consistently. Whoever has the biggest audience wins. So a big thing for you is number 5, build that audience as big as you possibly can. That's how you will consistently have a year that was bigger than the last. And no matter how long you're doing this, if you do this for 10 years, if you do it for 20 years or beyond, every year will be better than the last simply because you have the biggest audience and you're continuously growing that audience as well. Now, number 6 is I want you to have a long tail on your conversion. You cannot generate leads, call them for a couple of weeks, try an email sequence, an automated sequence you're sending them, and think that's going to get you closings. It'll get you about that many closings. You need to have a long tail on your conversion. Well, that leads back to what we talked about with number 5, which is once we get them through that initial indoctrination period, we put them into our audience. So when they first come in today, they're going to get an initial indoctrination to learn who you are, what you do, and then they're going to roll into our audience. So number 6, you want to make sure you're building that audience as big as you can. And then number 7, build a book of business and create a database. You have to have a database. You have to have something where everybody is. You can't have some people are in my phone, some are in my email. I got some file folders over here. I don't have all their contact info. You have to create a book of business. You have to create a database so you can manage that database on a regular basis. Now, we're not talking technology here. You could do it in an Excel file if you want to. There's a very simple approach you can do this, but you have to have everybody in one spot. And then number 8, the last one of the top 8 things I would do if I were to completely revamp my business would be to unsubscribe from anything that distracts from plan A. Listen to me when I tell you, plan B distracts from plan A. So you have to get your blinders on. You have to focus on your race. You have to make sure that the only thing you're doing is following that one system that you have, because I'm telling you, the more other things you consume, you're not getting smarter. You're feeling like you're not doing enough. And every time you learn more things, you'll feel like you're doing even less. And you're going to start to feel bad about yourself. And then you're going to wonder, am I really even cut out for this? It's because you're trying to consume too much information. A heart surgeon doesn't even want to watch a video about a brain surgery. He wants to be a heart surgeon. So you need to make sure you're focused on plan A and you're not trying to consume too much information. Realtors aren't dying of information starvation. They're dying of information indigestion. They got too much. They're consuming too much information. That's why you feel overwhelmed. Pick a path and put the blinders on. You won't feel overwhelmed anymore. You'll feel profitable. That's where you want to be. These 8 things would have made a huge difference when I first started my business. And for the thousands of agents that I coach all over the country, this would have made a big difference for them if they'd start that way. You know when the next best place or the next best time to start would be? Right now. Today, to take those 8 things and start to implement them within your own real estate business. Now, here's the thing. Every week, I have a morning meeting for you. If you're not following here, you may never see me again. I'd love to help you in growing your real estate business, and you get information here for free. What I want you to do is make sure you're following the channel and ring the bell, turn on notifications. But the big thing here, check out the video description below. You're going to see some links that will help you in growing your business, turning your profit margins around so you get a lot more profitable with what you're doing and you feel focused again. You don't feel that overwhelm anymore. The number one testimonial I get from people is that they become more profitable when we help them. You know what number 2 is? I feel like I have a path. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. That's the best feeling as a licensed real estate professional. I'm Greg Luther. We'll talk to you soon, and bye-bye for now.